I paid off my stepdaughter's student loans, but then she demanded I cover her deadbeat dad's loans too, and my fiancé sided with her. So I reversed the payment and ended things with her mom. Hello Reddit I plus here. Let me tell you a story I never thought I'd have to tell, about how I paid off my stepdaughter's student loans as a gesture of love, and how that decision ended my engagement, destroyed a relationship, and left me questioning everything I thought I knew about the people closest to me. So, I'm a 43-year-old guy. I've been engaged to this amazing woman, or so I thought, named Marissa. We've been together for 3 years, and I've known her daughter Tessa since she was in her last year of college. Tessa's 25 now, trying to make it in the world post-grad. She's smart, funny, and honestly, I always thought of her as my own. Her dad, let's call him Darren, hasn't exactly been a model parent. He's barely paid child support, skipped birthdays, never helped with tuition. Tessa was always polite about it, but you could tell the wounds were deep. She just wanted to be loved by him. I could relate. My dad bounced when I was a kid too. Over the years I stepped up. Helped her with her car payments, co-signed a lease, even got her on my health insurance once Marissa and I were engaged. I didn't think twice about it. I wanted to help. Tessa worked hard, graduated with honors despite juggling 2 jobs and a mountain of debt. She deserved a break. So, fast forward to this past February. I got a decent bonus at work, nothing life-changing, but enough to make a dent in something important. I thought, what if I surprise Tessa and pay off her student loans? It felt like the ultimate dad move. She had about $38,000 left. Not chump change, but doable for me. I didn't tell anyone. I called her loan provider, worked it all out, and one Friday afternoon I texted her, check your loan account. She called me in tears. She was shaking, saying, why would you do that? And I said, because I believe in you, and I'm proud of you. That night she came over, hugged me for what felt like 10 minutes, and told me I was more of a father to her than Darren had ever been. I was floored, I'll admit. I cried a little too. It was a moment, but that moment didn't last. 2 days later she comes over with this awkward look on her face. She says she's been talking to her dad. Yeah, that dad. And he mentioned that he's drowning in payday loans and debt collectors. Turns out, he's about $23,000 in the hole. Tessa says, I was wondering if maybe, since you helped me, you could help him too. I thought she was joking, like she must be. But nope. She was serious. She says, you've got the money. It would mean the world to him. And to me. Now hold up. The same guy who ditched her for 20 years, never pitched in a dime, barely shows up for anything, and I'm supposed to bail him out? My jaw hit the floor. I tried to explain gently. Tessa, I helped you because you've worked hard and you mean a lot to me. But your dad, he's not my responsibility. And honestly, it feels like he's trying to use you to get to my wallet. She got quiet, and then she got mad. She said I was being judgmental, that I didn't understand what forgiveness looks like. Then Marissa, my fiancée, the woman I was going to marry, jumps in and takes Tessa's side. She says, well, maybe if we were really a family, you'd see it differently. I looked at her like she'd slapped me. I said, so helping your daughter erase nearly 40 grand in debt isn't enough? That doesn't make me family? She goes, it's not about the money, it's about support. No, that was gaslighting, plain and simple. I was being told that I wasn't family unless I also rescued the guy who abandoned them both. That night, I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling and asked myself, what kind of future am I building here? One where I'm constantly the ATM? Where my generosity is expected, not appreciated? I realized something painful. I wasn't being seen as a partner or a father figure. I was a walking wallet. And when I stopped giving, I stopped mattering. So I made a decision. I called the loan provider back the next morning. Since the payment hadn't fully processed, I was able to reverse it. I told them to hold off. I didn't do it out of spite, but I wasn't going to be manipulated into helping someone else's deadbeat dad. Then I sat Marissa down. I told her calmly, if this is what family looks like to you, me being expected to fix your ex's messes while being guilt-tripped by your daughter, then I don't think we're building the same kind of life. She cried. She begged me to reconsider. She said I was punishing Tessa for loving her dad. I said no. I was just drawing a boundary, one that should have been respected from the beginning. We broke off the engagement that weekend. I moved out the next month. It's been about 6 weeks. Tessa sent me a cold one-line email. Thanks for nothing. I never responded. Marissa texted a few times, always late at night, always some version of, I miss you, or, I didn't mean it. But the truth is, I think she did. And me? I'm doing okay. Lonely sometimes, sure. But I'd rather be alone than surrounded by people who see me as their plan B when their real family fails them. Sometimes love looks like helping, but sometimes love looks like leaving, especially when you realize the only one doing the helping is you.